What's poppin', fish keepers and 10-gallon fish tank fanatics and nano fish lovers? Welcome back to my channel where I do 10-gallon tanks. If you guys haven't yet, go ahead and subscribe down below and give this video a like because it's going to be a banger. We are installing the dual mini split. So if you guys don't know what that is, it is a heating and AC unit so I can temperature control this room. I've already installed the insulation in the garage door, and I've got all these racks up with auto water change system and everything. Now we need to make sure that this room is temperature controlled so I can get rid of all the nasty heaters. I'm not a huge heater fan. I was using them over the winter, and it's a massive risk. When you have thousands of dollars of fish in your garage, the last thing you want is a heater to go out and kill out all the fish and shrimp you have. So installing a mini split so I can temperature control the whole room makes a lot more sense and is less risk for the fish, shrimp. And for me, it's all about making sure that we provide good, clean tanks, good, clean environments, and it's a safe environment for my fish and shrimp because I love this hobby and I want to make sure my fish are safe and okay. So we are going to get that installed today. We're going to remove all the heaters. I'm going to do some tank maintenance, and I also am going to show you something else that I'm installing, which is pretty cool. Allows me to watch podcasts and listen to some good fish videos and gain a lot of knowledge while I'm in my fish room. If you don't know what it is, go ahead and guess down below. For those of you who might be new to the channel, who haven't seen me build this yet, go back and watch some of these build videos. But to kind of recap real quickly, I got two 40-gallon tanks at top, and then I have 21 10-gallon tanks on the next 3 rows. The first 2 rows are set up. Very top row up here is actually set up with plants, fish, shrimp, all that. Row 2 has been set up in cycling. We're going to be getting fish and shrimp and some plants for that row here. We're getting that set up and ready to go. And row 3 needs the auto water top off system still installed and water put in. It needs to start cycling. So that's kind of to wrap it up. And as you guys can see, we got the whole water top off system up here and down here. Makes it nice and easy. Just got to install that on these as well with lids and everything as well. So got that all set up. And then over here we have the dual mini split. This allows us to temperature control this room. Makes it a lot better than having to put in heaters. If you guys see, I got heaters in all these tanks. So over the winter, I could keep the temperature right where I need it to be. Creates a big risk for them to burn out and kill off all your shrimp and fish, which would be a thousands and thousands of dollar mistake, which we do not need. Also have my dehumidifier in here. This thing's been helping get rid of any of the moisture in the air so that I don't have any humidity problems in the garage, as it can kind of build up with the fish tanks. But between lids and installing this, we've been on the right track. Everything's good to go now. Other little thing I've added in, as I've been getting store credit and selling fish and shrimp, I've been adding in other easy add-ons I can add in. So if you guys look here, I use Easy Green. I like the small fish feed. We got the community pellets. I got catappa leaves for the shrimp. And then we got algae wafers. This is exactly what I like to feed my fish and shrimp. The bug bites, I like to use that with the smaller fish here and there, and the crayfish. Mineral Junkie is awesome. I feed that a couple times a week. And then we got Stress Coat. So all this stuff is like easy add-ons when people come and buy fish and shrimp. Now allows me to sell them they always ask me typically, what are you feeding? What do you use to dechlorinate the water? What does shrimp need? What are you using to help with your plants? Now I have it right here for them so that they can go ahead and buy it themselves while they're picking up whatever they decide to pick up. I'm also carrying the sponge filters. I have an extra one of these. So I have this right here and ready to go because, as you can see, all my tanks have these set up in them. So when people come and pick up, if they need to get a filtration system, I have one right here and ready they can grab and use as well. The other little projects we have to work on throughout the day is we've got to do a little water top off and water change on this tank. And then we're going to add some frog bit into all these tanks on the top to help get rid of the nitrates so that when I add these fish in here in the next week or so, they will be ready to go to handle the bio load that's about to come in place here. All right, so we're going to go ahead and do water changes on these. I'm going to be doing a 20% water change. on each of these tanks. I'm going to show you what I call the easy water change hook. I created it. You guys, I have a video on it. If you want to create one yourself, by all means, go do it. If you have a lot of tanks, makes it nice and easy. Now, you still need to get in and gravel back, every couple months. But just to do easily weekly water changes, this thing helps a lot. So let's go ahead and get these lids open. And one thing to note, each of these tanks has something different. So we've got cherry shrimp in the farthest tank here on the left with some shipped in celestial pearl danios. Then we have the blue shrimp with emerald dwarf rasboras. We then have some CPD fry in this tank along with yellow shrimp. We got orange shrimp and assassin snails and more CPDs in this tank. We got the green rasboras in this one with green jade or green shrimp. We got snowball shrimp in here with Austral gold killifish. And then we got Mexican dwarf crayfish in here with my coal shrimp. So whenever I go through, I have a specific colorway I really want to go for each of these shrimp. I want them to be bright, popping, banger colors. And if it's not quite to the standard, I'm going to be calling them out and trying to make this colony of shrimp better and better every single week, every single month. So I'm going to call them out. And I don't kill them when I call. I throw them in another tank. I don't like to kill things off, so I throw them in another tank. And then those are sold for very cheap. Most of my shrimp I sell for about $4 to $6. My coal shrimp are $1 to $2 typically. So pretty good deal on those for people who want to get into shrimp. Maybe you haven't done it before. It's low risk and easy way to get yourself into the hobby without risking a lot of money. So let's get the easy water change hook up, set up, and I'm going to show you guys this real quick. This is the contraption. Pretty easy. We've got a siphon right here. This is the change hook. We have a little sponge on there so it doesn't suck out any fish or shrimp. And then this is the 20% attachment. I also have a 10% attachment as well, but this is the 20% attachment. So it goes on just like that. Filter goes up on and comes up and over. And now it's ready to go. We just need to attach this to my Python. So let me go find the Python. Python hose has been acquired, and let's get this water change on the go. Attach this on just like this. Make sure the siphon hose is attached really well, and then this is going to run outside my garage. Right, watch this magic. All right, so we're creating a bit of a mess here, but you just siphon it out, get it going, and bam, off it goes, nice and easy. So we'll siphon out about 2 gallons. This is going to siphon out just about 2 gallons of water out of the tank, and then we're just going to go tank to tank to tank all the way down. Quick and easy. Once we get this one siphoning down, we're going to start the auto water top off system. We're going to get the pipe going and start topping off the tank next here too. It's quick, simple. All the water up top's already been treated with dechlorinator and is ready to go. And then we still have that bacterial bloom in this tank and slightly in there. We're going to add a little extra bacteria in there, good bacteria, and get the cycle going a little bit better as well. So we're going to let it siphon out here. So while this is siphoning out, wanted to show you guys, I installed a TV right over here, nor my ring light. Installed a TV, 55-inch, so that I can watch fish videos and podcasts and everything while I'm doing the tank maintenance out here. So it's pretty nice to be able to have that as well. So it's a nice little upgrade. We're in the back of my fish rack right here. We can see all the plugs. What I need to do is pull off the back little cloth here and unplug all the heaters, and we're going to start pulling those heaters out here next. Right, one down. Have a little bucket here as well to help catch any excess water so I don't drip as much. And get the next one going. All right, let's go find these cords back here. Find the heaters. All right, we got all the tanks unplugged now, and all the heaters should be turned off. which they are. Perfect. Let's get this next one draining. All right, time to pull these heaters out. So we've got all the heaters out of the tanks now, which is awesome. I am very happy about that. Now we are going to go ahead and do the auto water top off system. So I'm going to flip all the gauges here at the top, all the valves, and we're going to switch them to on, open, and we're going to start topping these off. So get all these switched real quick. Some of these can definitely stick a little bit. Right, all the valves are open. Now we just got to go over to this left side here. Make sure these two valves are closed. Check in on these real quick. All right, perfect. So we're gonna go ahead and open the valve for row 1. And we're gonna open this top valve up here. Water is gonna start siphoning down into the tanks. Thing I have to check is make sure which tank it's draining out of and make sure one doesn't rise up faster than the other. But we now have all of them being topped off, which is great. Perfect. And that is how my water top off system works. So if you guys haven't seen it before, pretty simple. I have valves here attached. I open them up. I have a valve for each, turn off valve for each row. And then I have a little siphon. I also have pumps attached in case I want to pump out of a specific one of the 40 gallons up top. I have valves attached and I can pump water out of a specific one. If I don't want to pump out of a specific one, then all I have to do is open it up. It'll automatically start siphoning the water down and it'll go across. And then when I'm done, bam, just turn the valves off and quick and simple. So let me get you guys up on a closer view here. So if you look up top here, you can see we got all the valves open. And then down in here, I go close, you can see that the water is dripping in. Right there, bam, dripping in, dripping in, dripping in. And I'll take you up top here as well. So up here, right here, I have a pump. You guys can kind of see, I know there's a bit of a glare on this tank, but I have a pump. See if I can get a better view. There we go. So we got an air stone in there, a pump, and then that pump, where that pump is where the water comes up and siphons out down into these tanks. The other thing I'm going to do here while these tanks are filling up is go ahead and algae scrub the front of the glass right up here. So I have a little algae scrubber that I like to use. Pretty simple, pretty easy. But just try to get as much of this gunk off the front as possible. All the tank maintenance is done. Got the front glass cleaned, did the water change. Now we're gonna be dosing Easy Green. I do 1 pump of this in each tank each week, and it helps keep those plants, keep them being luscious and looking good. So let's go do that real quick, nice and easy. 1 pump, 1 pump, 1 pump, 1 pump, 1 pump, 1 pump, bam, 1 pump, and let it diffuse. Now, if it ever gets clogged, which this pump system will, the new ones don't come with the pump. They come with a little dosing cup. You can order a pump. If they get clogged, you're going to put them in warm water and pump it a couple times. They'll dissolve all the minerals, and it'll be back to working like normal for you. Added in the quick start to each of those tanks. Now I'm going to add this back into tank 2 and tank 7. Add a little extra bacteria because they seem like they need it. Now we just need a couple catappa leaves, so I'm going to go grab those, and we're going to add a couple catappa leaves to each of these tanks. Brand new bag of catappa leaves. Open these up. Comes with 20 leaves, so pretty good deal. These are going to add some extra tannins and also create some biofilm and things as it breaks down. The shrimp will love to eat these things. So going to provide some tannins that will help the water be a little bit healthier. The biggest reason I put it in there is for the shrimp, so they have something to graze on as it decomposes. Add these into tank 3. It's going to need 1. Tank 4 or 5. Tank 6. And tank 7 all needs catappa leaves. There we go. Added in a moss in tank 7 on row 2 called Subwassertang. I have it in my top tank and tank 6 and tank 7, but I added it down here as well. So we're doing 6 different types of moss in these tanks. I ordered a bunch of plants. So we have Java moss down here in row 1. Then we'll be doing different things like bogger moss, Taiwan moss, bunch of other different types of mosses. I'm blanking on them right now, but we're gonna do each tank a different type of moss, and I'm gonna be growing it out and propagating it and selling it. That way I have 7 different types of moss to be able to sell in each of these tanks. Thank you for watching this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. In the next one, we will be putting in the plants in all the row 2 tanks, and we will be putting in the new fish that I'm getting in as well. So that's gonna be super exciting and fun. Thank you guys for tagging along. I need to feed these fish. Hope you guys have a great week.